Gentlemen, stop right there. Before you take another sip of that cold, plain water, hear me out. What if I told you that every glass of plain water you drink might actually be lowering your testosterone? It sounds unbelievable, but countless men over 50 are unknowingly weakening their own vitality every single morning simply because of how they hydrate. You've been told to drink plenty of water, but no one ever told you that plain water, especially cold water, can silently dilute your strength, your circulation, and even your ability to perform as a man. I'm Dr. Mohit Kara, a urologist and men's health specialist with over 30 years of experience helping men restore their energy, masculinity, and confidence. I've spent my life studying what truly keeps testosterone alive in aging men, and I can tell you, it's not another pill or supplement. It starts with understanding the science of blood flow, oxygen, and the right way to hydrate your body. Here's the paradox. Men who drink the most water often feel the weakest. Because without the right minerals and balance, water can wash away the very elements your body needs to make testosterone. The truth is, hydration can either fuel your manhood or drain it. But there's good news. Just one small, natural change to your morning water can wake up your blood vessels, boost nitric oxide, and help your body naturally raise testosterone levels, up to 300% more effectively. Stay with me, because in a moment, I'll reveal exactly what to add to your water to reignite your strength, stamina, and performance, even at 80. Before we continue, if you haven't subscribed yet, take a second to hit that button and turn on the notification bell, so you never miss another video designed to help men like you rebuild energy, confidence, and testosterone naturally. And if you're ready to take charge of your vitality, type 1 in the comments. If you'd like me to cover another topic that could help you even more, type 0, and let me know what you'd like to see next. All right, let's get into the truth behind this. Before we talk about what to add to your water, you need to understand why plain water alone can actually hold you back. The first problem starts with something most men never consider: how overhydration silently drains your body of vital minerals and strength. 1. The hidden problem with plain water. When I ask my patients how much water they drink, most proudly say, "Oh, I drink plenty, doctor." At least 8 glasses a day, they expect me to smile. But instead, I often shake my head. Because what they don't realize is that plain water, especially when overdone, can quietly drain their vitality. It sounds shocking, but it's true. For men over 50, your body doesn't respond to hydration the way it did at 25. Your hormones, your circulation, and even your cells behave differently. You see, water doesn't just hydrate, it interacts with your minerals, your blood, and your energy systems. And when that balance is off, everything that makes you feel like a man begins to fade. Here's what I mean. When you drink too much plain water, particularly cold, mineral-free water, it dilutes the sodium, potassium, and magnesium inside your bloodstream. These are the very minerals that keep your heart beating in rhythm, your blood vessels firm, and your testosterone flowing. Think of your blood like an engine oil. If you thin it out too much, it stops lubricating properly. Your circulation slows, your oxygen delivery weakens, your testosterone production drops. You start to feel tired for no reason, lightheaded, maybe even foggy in the mornings. And you can't explain why, because you're doing the right thing. You're drinking water. I once had a patient, 64 years old, who came to me saying, "Doc, I feel weaker now than I did 5 years ago, even though I'm eating healthy." His blood work showed something interesting. Not a disease, but low electrolytes and mild dehydration at the cellular level. He was flushing out the very nutrients his testosterone needed to thrive. After adjusting his hydration, adding trace minerals, and balancing his intake, his energy returned, his mood lifted, and within weeks, his testosterone levels climbed naturally. No medications, no injections, just smarter hydration. That's the hidden problem with plain water. It keeps you alive, but it doesn't keep you strong. It's like refilling your car with fuel but forgetting the oil. It'll run, but not for long. And here's the twist most men never hear. Your water can actually become your most powerful testosterone tool if you prepare it the right way. So, what exactly should you add to your water to transform it from something ordinary into something that fuels your masculinity? Let's dive into that next. 2. Testosterone, blood flow, and hydration, the connection. Let me tell you something I've seen again and again in my clinic. A man walks in, exhausted, frustrated, wondering why his drive and confidence have faded. He's eating well, working out, even taking supplements, but his spark is gone. When we run his tests, his testosterone is low, and his blood circulation looks sluggish. I ask him about his hydration, and he always says the same thing. "I drink plenty of water, doc." That's when I know exactly what's happening. His body isn't lacking water, it's lacking flow. You see, testosterone doesn't just appear out of nowhere. It's built, transported, and activated through your bloodstream. Every drop of blood carries oxygen, nutrients, and hormones to the organs that keep you alive, and to the ones that make you feel alive. When blood flow slows, everything else does too. Your muscles lose strength, your brain loses sharpness, and your manhood, that deep source of power and pride, stops responding the way it used to. Here's the truth most men never hear. Testosterone isn't only made in your testicles, it's regulated by your entire vascular system. The moment your blood loses its rhythm, when it becomes too thick, too slow, or too nutrient poor, your testosterone can't travel where it needs to go. It's like owning a sports car, but having clogged fuel lines. You have the horsepower, but it never reaches the engine. That's why proper hydration is more than just quenching thirst. It's the key to hormonal strength. When your blood is balanced, rich in electrolytes, and oxygenated, it creates the perfect environment for testosterone to thrive. Healthy circulation brings life to every part of your body. It feeds your heart, sharpens your mind, and restores your stamina. Most importantly, it allows your erections to stay firm and reliable because blood flow is what makes them possible. I've seen men in their 70s regain the vitality they thought was lost forever, not because they took a new drug, but because they finally understood the connection between hydration and hormones. Once they fixed the flow, everything changed. And that brings us to the next crucial piece of the puzzle: how your morning habits might be sabotaging that flow before the day even begins. What most men do right after waking up could be silently lowering their testosterone every single morning. Let me show you what that mistake is and how to fix it. 3. The morning mistake most men make. Every morning, I watch men make the same innocent mistake, one that seems harmless but quietly sabotages their energy and testosterone before the day even begins. You roll out of bed, stumble to the kitchen, and pour yourself a tall glass of cold, plain water. You think you're doing something healthy, but what if I told you that first sip might actually be shutting down your body's hormonal engine when it needs it most? I've seen it in hundreds of patients, good men, disciplined men, who start their day this way and can't understand why they still feel tired, sluggish, or disconnected from their old strength. When you wake up, your body has gone nearly 8 hours without hydration. Your blood is thicker, your heart rate is slower, and your electrolytes are at their lowest point. The moment you gulp down cold, mineral-free water, you're shocking your digestive system and diluting what little balance remains. Your kidneys respond by flushing out even more sodium and potassium. The exact minerals your heart, nerves, and testosterone glands need to function properly. It's like jump-starting your car on an empty battery. You're forcing your body to work harder with less power. I remember one man, 58 years old, who told me, "Doc, I drink a big glass of ice water every morning to wake up." But instead of feeling refreshed, he always crashed mid-morning. When we switched that habit to a different kind of morning hydration, one that gently restored his minerals instead of washing them away, his energy stabilized, his focus sharpened, and his testosterone began climbing again. Within 2 weeks, he said, "It feels like my body finally woke up with me." Your morning water sets the tone for your entire hormonal rhythm. If you start it wrong, you'll spend the rest of the day trying to catch up. But if you start it right, everything changes. Your energy, your mood, even your performance. So what exactly should that first drink of the day look like? Let's uncover the simple formula I've taught countless men to transform their mornings and reignite their masculinity. 4. The Testosterone-Boosting Hydration Mix. I've said it to every patient who's ever walked into my office feeling drained, frustrated, and disconnected from his masculinity. You don't need another pill, you need the right start to your morning. The simplest way to revive your testosterone and circulation begins not with a supplement, but with what you put into your first glass of water. I call it the Testosterone-Boosting Hydration Mix, and it's changed the lives of hundreds of men who thought their strength was gone for good. Here's how it began. Years ago, I noticed something in my clinic. Men who traveled often, ate balanced diets, but started their days with mineral water or warm lemon water, looked and felt younger. They had brighter skin, better blood pressure, and stronger libido. It wasn't coincidence. They were replenishing what most men were unknowingly washing away. The idea is simple. You're not just hydrating, you're fueling your bloodstream. When you add the right natural ingredients, water stops being neutral. It becomes therapeutic. In the morning, instead of grabbing cold tap water, pour yourself 1 glass of warm water. Into it, add a small pinch of sea salt or Himalayan pink salt. This single act restores your sodium balance and provides trace minerals that keep your heart and nerves firing properly. Then squeeze in half a fresh lemon. That touch of vitamin C supports nitric oxide production, the molecule that relaxes blood vessels and improves testosterone flow through your body. Next, stir in a teaspoon of natural honey. It gives your cells quick energy to absorb electrolytes and wakes up your metabolism without caffeine. For men who want an extra kick, a pinch of cayenne pepper or ginger powder gently widens your capillaries, increasing blood flow and oxygen delivery everywhere it matters. I've seen men in their 60s call this liquid fire because it warms the body from within and reactivates the circulation they thought they'd lost forever. Within a week, they report clearer focus, improved mood, and even more reliable performance at night. It's a ritual that feels so simple, yet works on such a deep biological level. So, what exactly happens inside your body after you drink this mixture? Why does it feel like your system suddenly wakes up and your confidence rises with it? In the next part, we'll uncover the fascinating science that explains why this natural formula works so powerfully for men over 50. 5. How it works. The science in simple terms. When I first started recommending this hydration mix to my older patients, many of them asked me, "Doc, how can something so simple make such a difference?" And I understand that question. It sounds almost too easy, just a glass of warm water with a few natural ingredients. But what's happening inside your body when you drink it is nothing short of remarkable. This isn't a gimmick. It's biology working exactly the way nature designed it. Here's what takes place the moment you take that first sip. The trace minerals from the salt start restoring the electrolyte balance in your bloodstream. These electrolytes act like tiny sparks that keep your cells communicating, your muscles contracting, and your hormones signaling properly. Without them, your blood becomes less conductive, slower, and less efficient at transporting nutrients. When balance returns, your blood becomes more dynamic. It moves with strength, carrying oxygen to every organ that relies on it, including your brain, heart, and yes, your reproductive system. Then comes the lemon. The vitamin C and citric acid work as natural catalysts for nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is what relaxes and opens up your blood vessels, allowing them to carry more oxygen and nutrients. Think of it as turning a narrow, clogged road into a wide, flowing highway. The more nitric oxide your body produces, the more blood can reach your muscles, your heart, and the very tissues that produce and respond to testosterone. That's why so many men notice stronger morning energy and improved circulation within days. And the honey? It's not just for sweetness. That small amount of natural glucose gives your red blood cells the energy they need to absorb electrolytes and deliver oxygen more efficiently. It's like fueling the delivery trucks that carry nutrients to your body's most vital systems. If you add a pinch of cayenne or ginger, you're adding natural vasodilators, substances that gently expand capillaries and make your blood flow smoother. What you're really doing with this mix is training your blood vessels to behave like they did 20 years ago, flexible, responsive, and alive. It's the foundation for restoring strength, energy, and desire. And now that you understand what's happening on the inside, it's time to see how this transformation plays out in real life. Let me tell you about one man whose results shocked even me. 6. A real patient story. A few years ago, a man named George walked into my office. 67 years old, retired engineer, sharp mind, steady hands, but a tired soul. He sat across from me and said, "Doc, I don't feel like myself anymore. I'm not weak, but I'm not strong either. I wake up heavy, I lose focus halfway through the day, and the man I used to be, he feels like a memory." I could see the frustration in his eyes, the quiet defeat of a man who'd done everything right, yet felt his masculinity slipping away. He had tried supplements, adjusted his diet, even lifted weights 3 times a week, but nothing reignited that spark. When I looked through his lab results, I saw what I've seen in hundreds of men just like him: borderline low testosterone, mild dehydration, and electrolyte imbalance. His heart was fine, his organs were healthy, but his blood was tired. I asked him about his mornings, and sure enough, he started every day with 2 large glasses of cold, plain water. It was his routine for decades, a habit he thought was helping. What he didn't know was that he was flushing out the very minerals that his body needed to build testosterone and energy. So I told George to change just one thing: no pills, no injections, no fancy supplements. Just swap his morning water for the hydration mix I recommend to all my male patients: warm water, a pinch of salt, lemon, honey, and a touch of ginger. He hesitated, then smiled and said, "That's it? That's all?" I nodded. "Just try it for 10 days. 2 weeks later, George came back looking like a new man. His skin had color again, his posture was taller, and his voice carried that quiet confidence only men with balanced energy have. He said, "Doc, I don't know what's happening, but I wake up ready. My mind's clear, I don't crash in the afternoons, and even my wife noticed something different." We checked his testosterone again. It had risen by 18% naturally. No medications, no side effects, just smarter hydration. Stories like George's remind me that it's never too late to turn things around. The male body has an incredible ability to recover. It just needs the right environment. But George's case isn't rare. In fact, it taught me something even deeper about the relationship between hydration and manhood. A truth that explains why this method works so universally well for men over 50. Let's explore that connection next. 7. The Testosterone-Hydration Loop. There's a fascinating truth I've discovered after decades of studying men's health. Testosterone and hydration are locked in a constant feedback loop. Each one depends on the other to survive. Without proper hydration, your blood flow weakens, and when your circulation slows, your testosterone levels inevitably drop. But here's the twist most men never realize. Once testosterone falls, your body loses its ability to retain water and minerals efficiently, which then worsens dehydration. It's a silent downward spiral that many men fall into without ever knowing it. When your blood lacks electrolytes and oxygen, it becomes thicker, sluggish, and less capable of transporting the hormones that define your masculinity. Imagine your bloodstream as a river. When the current flows strong, it feeds everything along its path: your brain, your muscles, your heart, even the smallest capillaries that fill during arousal. But when that river slows or dries out, everything starves. Energy fades. Focus disappears. Desire weakens. I've seen men sitting across from me wondering why they've lost their spark, when the real answer lies in the simple physics of their blood. The opposite is also true, and this is where things get exciting. When you hydrate properly with minerals and natural nitric oxide boosters, your circulation begins to thrive again. Your arteries become more flexible, your oxygen delivery improves, and your testosterone starts to move freely through your body like a powerful current. That's when men start feeling awake again, not just physically, but emotionally. They stand taller, speak stronger, and reconnect with the confidence they thought was gone for good. One of my patients once said something that stuck with me. He said, "Doc, it's not that I wanted to be young again. I just wanted to feel alive again." And that's exactly what happens when you break this vicious cycle and create a new upward loop, where hydration fuels testosterone, and testosterone enhances hydration. It's a natural, self-sustaining system that restores balance without medication or gimmicks. Now that you understand how this cycle works inside your body, it's time to challenge some of the myths that have kept men stuck for years, beliefs about water, salt, and testosterone that couldn't be further from the truth. Because breaking those myths is the next step to taking full control of your vitality. 8. Common myths debunked. Over the years, I've lost count of how many men have come to me carrying myths that quietly destroy their health. They cling to these old beliefs because they sound logical, because they've been repeated for decades, or because some well-meaning article once told them so. But let me tell you the truth, as a doctor who has watched thousands of men struggle with fatigue, low libido, and dwindling confidence. Sometimes the things you believe are helping you are actually the very things holding you back. The first myth is this idea that the more water you drink, the better. I understand where it came from. We've been told hydration is the key to life, and that's true, but balance is the real secret. When you drink too much plain water, you dilute your electrolytes, weaken your circulation, and make it harder for your body to transport testosterone. I've seen men who drink gallons a day, only to feel more tired, more lightheaded, and more disconnected. They're not dehydrated, they're drowning their body's chemistry. The second myth is that salt is bad for your heart. Yes, processed table salt in excess can cause harm, but natural salts like sea salt or Himalayan salt are a completely different story. These salts contain trace minerals your blood vessels crave to maintain tone, rhythm, and proper nerve signaling. When you cut salt entirely, your body struggles to hold water where it's needed, inside your cells. And that means lower blood volume, poorer circulation, and lower testosterone. I always tell my patients, you don't need less salt. You need the right kind. And then there's the big one. Only pills or injections can raise testosterone. That's what the market wants you to believe. But your body already knows how to make testosterone naturally. It just needs oxygen, minerals, and proper hydration to do it. When you give your system what it needs, your testosterone doesn't need a boost from a bottle. It rises on its own, steadily and safely. Every man who breaks free from these myths feels something shift inside him. He realizes he's not broken, he's been misinformed. And once that truth sinks in, he's ready for the next step, building a morning routine that doesn't just protect his hormones, but reignites his masculinity from the moment he opens his eyes. 9. The morning routine that rebuilds your masculinity. If there's one thing I've learned after decades of helping men reclaim their energy and confidence, it's that how you start your morning determines the man you'll be for the rest of the day. The first 30 minutes after you wake up set off a cascade of hormonal and neurological signals that either build your strength or slowly take it away. Most men wake up on autopilot. They reach for their phone, pour a glass of cold water, and rush into the day already running on empty. But what if instead, those first few moments became your secret weapon? A ritual that rebuilds your testosterone, restores your circulation, and sets your body in motion like a finely tuned machine. Here's what I tell my patients. When you open your eyes, don't rush. Take a deep breath and remind yourself that your body is waking from hours of fasting and repair. Before coffee, before breakfast, before emails, start with your testosterone water. 1 glass of warm water infused with minerals, lemon, and honey. Drink it slowly, not in a rush. Feel it wake up your system from the inside out. It's not just hydration, it's activation. You're signaling to your blood vessels, it's time to open up, it's time to flow. Once that warmth settles in, move your body. Not a workout, just movement. Stretch, take a few deep breaths, walk outside for 5 minutes. This light activity tells your heart to pump blood, carrying oxygen and nutrients through your veins. Pair that with a breakfast rich in protein and healthy fats, eggs, avocado, maybe a few nuts, and you're setting your testosterone rhythm for the entire day. Avoid caffeine in those first 30 minutes. Let your body wake up naturally. Caffeine constricts your vessels. Your goal is expansion. By the time you finish that morning ritual, your mind feels clearer, your energy steadier, and your confidence stronger. I've seen men transform in a week, men who thought their best years were behind them, simply by following this routine. It's not a trend, it's physiology. When you give your body what it's been missing, it rewards you tenfold. But there's a deeper reason why this works so well for older men, a reason rooted in how aging changes your hormones and blood vessels. And once you understand that reason, everything about your body after 60 will finally make sense. Let's talk about it next. 10. Why this works especially well for men over 60. As men age, something subtle but powerful happens inside the body. It's not just the passing of time, it's a gradual slowing of the systems that once made you feel unstoppable. After 60, your body produces far less nitric oxide, the molecule responsible for expanding blood vessels and delivering oxygen throughout your body. Without it, circulation weakens, energy drops, and testosterone struggles to reach the tissues where it's needed most. The result? You feel older than you are, not because your body has given up, but because it's not getting the support it once had naturally. When I explain this to my older patients, I can see the realization wash over them. They finally understand why, even with good nutrition and exercise, they still feel drained or disconnected. It's not their fault, it's biology. The vessels that once expanded with ease now tighten. The heart works harder to move thicker blood. The glands that once produced testosterone in abundance now sit idle, waiting for better circulation to wake them up. That's why the hydration method we've discussed works so profoundly for older men. It doesn't fight aging, it partners with it. By replenishing electrolytes and feeding nitric oxide pathways through natural ingredients like lemon and salt, you're giving your body the tools to do what it's always known how to do, just more efficiently. Warm water gently opens the capillaries. The minerals bring balance back to your cells. The honey gives your blood the energy to carry those nutrients where they need to go. It's not magic. It's restoring communication between your heart, your brain, and your hormones. And when that communication comes back online, so does your strength. I've seen 70-year-old men look and feel 20 years younger simply because they learned how to work with their body instead of against it. They stopped fearing age and started feeding their vitality. Their mornings stopped feeling heavy. Their energy lasted. Their confidence returned. It's the most natural transformation there is, your body remembering how to be itself again. But if you really want to keep those results strong and lasting, there are a few simple lifestyle habits that can multiply this effect tenfold. These are the quiet, everyday boosters that keep your testosterone and circulation thriving well into your 70s and beyond. Let's uncover those next. 11. Lifestyle boosters for even greater results. The truth is, no single habit exists in isolation. Your body is a symphony of systems, and when one instrument plays out of tune, the entire song changes. That's why men who truly thrive after 60 don't just rely on one trick. They combine a few powerful, natural habits that work together to amplify their testosterone, strengthen circulation, and bring back that deep sense of vitality. When I share this with my patients, I can see their eyes light up, because it means their comeback isn't just possible, it's completely within reach. First, sunlight. Every morning, spend at least 15 minutes outdoors. The warmth on your skin doesn't just feel good, it triggers your body to produce vitamin D, which directly signals your testosterone glands to wake up. I tell my patients, don't just drink your testosterone water, drink in the sun with it. It's one of the simplest, most effective ways to send energy through your body naturally. Second, sleep. Deep, restorative rest isn't a luxury. It's the exact moment your body produces and releases the most testosterone. 7 to 8 hours each night can transform how you feel more than any supplement ever could. The men who skip sleep are unknowingly robbing their hormones of the chance to rebuild. Then, there's food. Choose protein and healthy fats over sugar and processed snacks. Every bite of avocado, salmon, or eggs becomes the raw material your body uses to make testosterone. And avoid the things that steal your hydration, too much caffeine, alcohol, or salty late-night snacks. These habits dry your system out, tighten your blood vessels, and leave you waking up tired and foggy. Instead, eat in a way that supports your circulation, because every heartbeat is a message your body sends to stay alive, alert, and masculine. When men commit to these small habits, something remarkable happens. Their mornings feel lighter, their minds sharper, and their confidence begins to grow again. They no longer feel like time is slipping away. They feel like they've taken control of it. These are the quiet, consistent actions that turn a good result into a lasting transformation. And now, as we close this journey, I want to leave you with one powerful reminder, a truth I tell every man who sits in my office, searching for hope. Because the real secret to staying strong, virile, and confident isn't found in youth, it's found in ownership. Let's talk about that next. 12. The final message. Take ownership of your vitality. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this entire message, it's this. Your vitality is not lost, it's not gone, it's not behind you, and it's not something that only belongs to younger men. It's still inside you, waiting to be reawakened. The truth is, most men don't lose their strength because of age. They lose it because they stop giving their bodies what they truly need. They forget that energy, testosterone, and circulation aren't built by luck or genetics, they're built by habits. Small, consistent choices that either fuel or drain you every single day. We've talked about the hidden problem with plain water, how overhydration without minerals can weaken your blood and lower your testosterone. You now know that your hormones depend on proper hydration, balance, and flow. You've learned that the first thing you drink in the morning can make or break your energy for the entire day. The hydration mix, warm water, minerals, lemon, honey, and optional ginger or cayenne isn't just a recipe. It's a ritual that reawakens your body from the inside out. It restores your electrolytes, improves blood flow, and reignites your testosterone naturally. It's the difference between just existing and truly living. You've seen how testosterone and hydration form a loop, how one fuels the other, creating momentum that keeps you energized, focused, and powerful. You've heard the story of George, the 67-year-old man who rebuilt his energy and confidence simply by changing one habit. And you've learned that this works especially well for men over 60 because it doesn't fight aging. It works in harmony with it. Combine that with sunlight, good sleep, smart nutrition, and daily movement, and you've given your body the tools to keep performing at its best for decades to come. So here's my final advice to you as your doctor and as a man who has walked alongside thousands of others on this same path. Stop thinking your best years are over. They're not. They're waiting for you on the other side of action. You don't need a miracle pill or a secret formula. You just need to start treating your body like it still matters, because it does. Start tomorrow morning with intention. Pour that glass of warm, mineral-rich water, take a deep breath, and remind yourself that your power is not gone. It's simply been waiting for you to claim it again. And once you do, you'll realize something extraordinary. Feeling alive has nothing to do with age. It has everything to do with how you live. If this video gave you value, helped you understand your body better, or inspired you to take control of your health again, please take a moment to like this video, share it with another man who needs to hear this message, and leave a comment below telling me what part spoke to you most. Your feedback helps this community grow and reminds other men they're not alone in this journey. And if you'd like to support the channel so I can keep creating more free, science-based content for men's health, consider donating through the link below. Your support truly makes a difference.